Nostalgia. Nostalgia is such a unique and interesting phenomena that we as humans experience so often. It's like all of our brains get linked to one single entity. Maybe it's the government controlling us, maybe it's aliens, maybe it's all just coincidence. But you know what? None of that really matters, because we all eventually, for some reason, double back to an old show or piece of media that we all used to grow up with as kids. And for that recently has been Total Drama. Out of nowhere, Total Drama has just made this sudden resurgence, and it's kind of blowing my mind. With the announcement of the new seasons coming out, I think there's 3 new seasons dropping, and for some reason a bunch of just videos showing up on recommendation. I thought it'd be really nice to talk about how crazy this show actually was. I plan later down the line to make a big retrospective on this series because it does mean a lot to me, and it's definitely influential in how I grew up. But as a whole, let's just talk about all the fucked up shit that happened. So without further ado, let's talk about it.
走れソリよ風のように月見原をたど
Total Drama, if you don't know, is a Canadian-made animated show that aired on Cartoon Network back in I don't remember, I think the year's 2000 and whatever this says right here. The show is basically a parody of reality shows where these teenagers were brought to an island and they had to fight it out and survive and do all these challenges. And the last man that wins the final challenge wins $100,000. The series also went to action after this, where it was like a movie set, and then they went around the world, and then back to the island, and then this series went on for too long. I think they eventually became babies. I didn't watch that show because I have something called sanity, and I don't want to get rid of that, no matter how little it might be at this point. But throughout these different seasons, we got all these crazy and zany characters and moments that I wanted to just sit here and reminisce about. My hat is fucking up. I apologize. But recently, I've just been rewatching the show, and I just want to say one thing. What the fuck? This show just had some of the craziest situations that honestly I think changed how I grew up. We had stuff like in Total Drama Island, where they had to deal with an actual escape psycho killer with a chainsaw and a hook, just showed up and nearly killed the entire cast. But this bitch kicked him, and then he just fucking cried and quit. His voice was the funniest shit I remember. Then we had characters like Izzy, who was just batshit insane, but would just do the most crazy and wildest stuff. Like, she got arrested at one point, or they tried to arrest. I don't even know. It was some weird shit that happened in the show. But alongside that, we had really cool and interesting characters that drove the plot and made it interesting. We had characters like Heather, who went from being this generic mean girl manipulative person to growing and still being mean and manipulative, but ended up being the hero in World Tour. How she had a whole character arc. We had people like Cody, who went from a loser nothing to getting 3rd place. We have all these interesting and unique characters put together to one show. It's just so cool. You don't really see shows like this anymore. You have of course, actual reality shows, but the thing that made this one stand out was because it was a parody. It knew what it was and it knew what it wasn't. So it took those things and it made these new characters, these generic, one-off, stereotypical characters, but made them work in a way where it felt unique and dynamic. With the new season, they're gonna do similar things with this. They're gonna try to modernize it, right? But I'm gonna be honest with you, modern cartoons and how people perceive the modern generation is kinda ass. But maybe it'll surprise me, and it won't be Pakatu Island 2, because no one wants Pakatu Island 2. No one wants Pakatu Island 2. Alongside all these crazy and zany stuff, I think this show affected how I see women, because we are often influenced by our childhood and the type of woman I like. And when I say Courtney is literally the most perfect being on the planet that doesn't actually exist, you may think I'm crazy, because she's kind of batshit insane. She's very high maintenance. She's self-centered, selfish, kind of an asshole. But my God, every time she would come on the screen, bro, I'm just why did I say that? That wasn't important. That's not on the script that I didn't write for this video. This show sits as the definition of a generation. You could play the first part of this theme song at a party, and I swear at least 80% of the niggas are gonna start getting in their slot. This show is so freaking good. Like, it's crazy. Like, back to the main topic of the video, the crazy shit that happened in this show. Like, rewatching it, you notice so many different things that you don't notice the first time. Because back then we were younger, right? But rewatching it now, I get all the funny and random adult jokes. Even some of the random violence acts that I didn't laugh to before that I might have laughed to just caught me. There's this one scene in World Tour where Lindsay got eliminated, so she's jumping out of the plane, and for some reason she hits her fucking head on this thing and fucking dies, basically. Like, that shit cracked me up. I replayed that clip 4 different times. 4 different times. I had to get up from my bed. I had to get up from my bed, go over to my keyboard, hit reverse 4 times just because I was laughing so hard at this. Like, there's just so many random and zany aspects you see in the show that really wouldn't get you. But there's also aspects of the show that you realize that you really hate. Like, honestly, fuck Gwen. I know a lot of people were like, yo, Gwen was my first crush. Goth baddie. Nah, hear me out. Gwen was a bitch. First, she hoed my nigga Trent. Because rewatching it, he really just got hoed. Like, Trent was that guy. He got a little weird, I would say. But, like, in reality, it was all because of just them not using communication and talking about what was going on. And then you have, like, the part where she, like, kissed Duncan. That's fucked up. We don't need to do that. Like, there's a lot of different things that Gwen did that we ain't gonna go into here. We're gonna save that for the actual video, because this is just me shitting the shits, because I like to shoot the shit sometimes. But yeah, fuck Gwen. All my homies hate Gwen. Not really. Everybody but me. I'm a Courtney guy. Everyone else is a Gwen guy. I think this was like being a minor. I already am one of those, aren't I? In all seriousness, because I've just been kind of rambling and talking about random shit, this video is not very organized. It's just me talking to you guys. Total Drama is like one of those things that I don't think I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna watch a new series. I'm not watching Rama, but like, it's so unique and diverse in the way it goes about it, with such a non-unique and diverse genre that it sat itself in. It said, let's make a reality show, but let's make fun of every single reality show trope. We got the crazy host, we got the dramatic music, we got the confessionals in the bathroom, and it just takes all these different aspects of things that we've seen and then just flips it on its head in such a unique and dynamic way. Like I said, I'm gonna make a full video on this. It's gonna be more serious. It's gonna have a shit ton of jokes, but it's gonna be more analytical. Today I just want to talk about this because these videos aren't meant to be analytical, just me just talking to you guys, because during December I just like to experiment with different content styles, talk to you guys, just ramble and just have a conversation. So what is your craziest memory you have from Total Drama? But as a whole, dude, if you guys enjoyed Total Drama, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys miss about it. I just want to talk shits about it. It's having a resurgence, so why not? If you guys want to see the bigger video on this, leave me any ideas on things you want me to cover, any moments. I'll definitely be using this video as reference for that video. But yeah, guys, that's today's video. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.